Happy birthday.
Birthday to me. And welcome in to the Fantasy Wise Guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, please, because some people forget to say these things. We are in for a great matchup this weekend. But first, Mike, we have to recognize my birthday.
Oh, what is the tradition on your birthday? What happens?
You know, it is crazy that our platform every year for the past, I would say, what,
4 years now.
4 years now has had myself and Mike play each other in our league of record for 4 straight years on my birthday weekend. It is very sickening. You know, you see Mike in the corner at my birthday parties, you know, analyzing our rosters, and I'm like 17 drinks in, and just telling everyone that we know that we're playing each other. And
You know, me and Puma are playing each other.
yeah, you know, like it's like one of those sleeper memes, like him and I are playing each
Don't
other.
forget, we're playing each other.
You know what?
No.
Yeah, like grandma, who cares? Anyway, so I think it's fascinating. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Lenny put up our 2 rosters
Yeah.
playing against each other. Right now, Mike, I am in the more, hurting position.
Vulnerable situation.
Vulnerable situation. You know, I had Bucky Irving coming into it. I had a Marion Hampton coming into it to the year. I had lots of running backs.
You had Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
He's not
even on my roster anymore.
He had a lot of injuries.
Ricky Pearsall, and then I had the suspension of Jordan Addison. I started out that way.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of obstacles, I would say, as the returning 2-year champ, by the way. So how you get through this is you gotta take chances, folks. Right now Mike is projected to slaughter me, 136, I believe.
My team's looking juicy this year.
He's got Drake May playing against me.
Healthy.
He's got Jackson Smith and Jigba and Paris playing against me. He's got dogs, right? He's got Jalen Warren, my start of the week, playing against me.
Yeah.
It's not looking too good. Puka Nakua and his flex, But you know what? You never stop trying. I think that's when you lose.
I think, and that's where you got to kind of, I guess, change your strategy a little bit. If you're that much of an underdog, I can already see what Puma was doing. He was kind of going for boom potential.
And I did this once before when I was playing someone else this year.
Who was it?
I think it was it Cardone?
You ended up winning.
Right, yeah, and I had Nick Folk on a Monday night.
Couldn't believe it. He ended up winning. Oh, that's who it was. It was Cardone. He had Nick Folk. He was sick. Poor Tennessee Chris. But, in these matchups like that, I guess that's where you really have to kind of take a look.
Yeah.
And you see, okay, what guys can potentially, this guy's projected 8 points,
yeah.
and can he potentially score me 20 tonight? Like RJ Harvey.
Right.
Believe it or not, I'm a little scared of RJ Harvey. And it's not for the fact that he's playing a shitty Raiders team. It's not for the fact that he's a highly touted rookie running back. It's just for the near fact that Puma, the wise guy, is playing him against me. But at the same time, look, you can't change your roster based on what you're seeing. So when I'm looking at his team, I'm thinking of benching Kyle Monungai because I know DeAndre Swift is playing.
Right.
So what if DeAndre Swift pops off, Monungai kind of takes a back seat again, and then I'm left holding the bag. But in the end, I have a floor play here where I could probably get myself 8 to 10 points minimum if Monungai just gets basic production. So I think that's where you have to kind of see are you the type that are you the type that would not play somebody in that situation? Would you not play Monungai?
So if I was him playing against myself, I mean, I can't give too much away, but if I was him playing myself, I would literally just look for something solid, right? I think the best way I could put it is Mike has the advantage. Right. He has the advantage from jump, right? I'm playing kind of from behind when we haven't even played yet. I need more boom guys, more boom or bust. He just has to make sure everyone gets their projections. Because if everyone gets their projections 8 out of 10 times, he's going to win, right?
Yeah.
But you see where I come into play, and a lot of people don't realize, is that not so much my team goes boom, it's kind of like his team self-destructs, right? Let's say a Nakua gets taken out of the game early, God forbid, right? Or let's say Mark Andrews puts up a 0. You know, like things happen. Smith and Jigma has been going off, but let's say the
Like, man, he
Seahawks,
scores 12 points against Tampa.
right? And JSN has been going off, but let's say Seattle gets up so much on them, he takes out the starters. You know what I mean? Like things happen that we can't predict, right? So the best thing I could do is shoot for the moon, because if he falls off a little bit, then I can, you know, combat his player.
At this time of the year also, I'm starting to look at weather. You know, dome games, I love them, obviously, but in a rain game, in a snow game, in a windy game, what do you do? Like, you know, I love running backs in those situations. That's a big reason why I'm sticking with Kyle Monungai, because I know Chicago weather is supposed to be wild this week, a lot of wind. We've seen them in the past. They don't mind running the ball 40 times a game between Swift and Monungai.
Right.
I want to get a piece of that. After seeing him last week, I like it. I even have Travion Henderson, if you look at my bench, who's projected more points than him, but based on what I've seen, I kind of
Monungai is safer, I believe. You know, Travion Henderson. I mean, you had Tim Jennings taking red zone totes, right? That scares you as a fantasy owner. You know, it makes you think like, dude, who has to be out of that lineup for Travion Henderson to get a touchdown? I mean, seriously, you had Antonio Gibson go down. You had, you know, what was the start? Ramondre Stevenson go down. I mean, what has to take for Vrabel to use this guy? And right now, in a Week 10 matchup against me, the returning champ ×2, now Mike starts to overthink. Oh my God, like, you know, is he going to be utilized? Travion Henderson might have the best game of his life, but if he has the best game of his life on Mike's bench, I'm totally fine with it.
I'll tell you now too. Also, it's the Drake May factor. Like, do I want to play him and Travion? Sometimes it's a nice little stack. I could see him catching a passing touchdown.
Right.
But you know, then you might ask, you see Jackson Dart on my bench. Why am I not playing Jackson Dart? He's projected more. Again, that goes back to the floor play.
Right. He needs more floor play.
I need to play the top 5 quarterback.
And Drake May is hot.
He is, and that's the thing. He's a sexy guy. No homo.
Yeah.
No, for real, he's a great play, and I can't avoid playing him at this time. So that's one of my favorites right there.
Yeah.
I don't know why. She's a nice lady.
Yeah, it's great.
How you doing?
Anyway, so I think for Mike's plan, it's more so stay solid. Don't get out of character, right? Like if he tries to make a big play too, I think that's where his weakness could lie. But again, they play the games on Sunday.
I've already almost did that. I looked at a couple of scenarios where I'm like, should I drop so-and-so and pick up so-and-so because
he has a later game
playing this, or should I, should I avoid this defense? Should I avoid this kicker? I think you kind of have to go with, go with the flow a little bit, but.
Yeah, no, you have to go with the flow and you have to go with what works.
This was the other thing I was thinking. So you got Pittman versus Tyler Warren, 2 Colts players. This can be one of those other factors where I said like one goes off, one doesn't. And if I get caught with Pittman and he gets me 4.6 points, 2 catches, 26 yards. I can't bench him thinking that. It's also that weird German game, so they're all going to be a little messed up and twisted.
Yeah.
But that
that is a weird game because it's like, it's bright and early. It's like basically Warren versus Pittman. Who's going to get the more looks? Who's going to get the touchdown? Is there going to be a touchdown? We projected on our last episode that it's going to be a low-scoring game. We both could get screwed, and it's all Jonathan Taylor all day.
Oh, man.
So we don't know who's going to edge out who. But, there's a lot of matchups on there that, it's crazy to say it could go either way. But even though Mike is the heavy favorite.
The favorite. 3rd place right now. The other thing, Harold Fannin Jr. was my starter. I just saw today he popped up questionable.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
I know you wanted to play.
Oh, Thursday pop-up scares the hell out of me. And I'm like, of course. Like, out of all weeks, the one week I needed you, now I have to play the boomer bust Mark Andrews.
Right.
Which I did say before. I named Isaiah Likely my stream of the week. I do like the fact that it could be one of them that could pop off. It could also be none of them. It could be a big Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman day.
Right.
This could totally happen. It could be a lot of running. I don't know. But In the end, I'm going to play Andrews. I'm going to play him because of the touchdown opportunity. If I look in the waivers right now, sure, Cade Otton's available. I've played him before. I've played Mason Taylor before. I've even played Jawan Johnson before, but not this week. I'm not playing them this week. I got to go with Mark Andrews. Lamar Jackson is back.
I really
Maybe
like.
Puma wants to make a trade for Colston Loveland.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's crazy because I'm playing a guy in a similar situation, but I'm the favorite, and he's like me in the other league, and he goes, "Oh, can you trade me David Montgomery?" I'm like, "I'm playing you." Like, what? I said, "Go pick up Mercado." Now, oh, this is another little tidbit for you out there. So, I'm gonna tell him because I'm a commissioner of this league, as this shirt says.
The commish.
And I've been commissioner for 10 years. So, you know, in this league, he sends his waiver, he sends his trade offer.
Yeah.
Right. But he lets it linger. Now, what's to say if I, at 4:06, press accept and I keep Montgomery on my bench? Well, now the trade processes in Yahoo platform and
Right away?
yeah, the trade processes, I put it through. Well, now I have this 5th round pick. That's what he offered me for David Montgomery, and David Montgomery's already playing, and he can't put him in his starting lineup.
Wow.
I would never do that, but I'm just saying for future reference for you guys, if you don't get an answer from a league mate about a trade, take it away.
Actually, this goes into a real. I want to touch something.
Right? Because
no, I totally agree. If he doesn't press it, take it away.
yeah,
Definitely.
because then it just leads to problems in your league.
Yeah, that's a good question because I had in another league that I deal with, I had a guy playing against somebody else. 1 or 2 hours before the game, he needed a running back. He traded with someone else, Aaron Jones, for Quentin Johnston.
Mm-hmm.
So he got Aaron Jones on his team. Granted, he only scored 10 points, but he had Samaje Perine before that. So it was 10 more points. Now, our league is 24 hours till it processes. Is the commissioner allowed to uphold the trade right away so it goes through and processes right before game day? Or is there a rule saying you got to let the 24 hours go? Unless all the people in the league agree to it, right?
So I'm going to tell you what I do and what I would do in that instance. So how I have it, because it's a keeper league, I process the trade. So basically, I'm judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah, someone comes through.
Now, not that I'm, Adolf Hitler, but, if I see something that's crazy, I'll go to the two teams and I'll say, hey, look, like, you got to make this fair on both ends.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're all adults. So you pressed accept, you press accept. And if it's before game time, I'm going to make sure you could play that player before the game starts. The only thing about having a veto system is you know that it needs 24 hours to process because you need everyone to vote. And I guess where that sucks is that, like, if somebody needs a player for tonight's game, right? You need a running back and you just traded for J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't play that guy because whether your league mates uphold it or veto it, you're not getting anything done by tomorrow.
Or 24 hours, exactly.
Right. So in my estimation, I feel like down the road in most leagues, that should be dealt away with. And at the end of the day,
Let them do it immediate.
yeah. And like, say for our league, like, if you overlook it and you say, hey, Puma, like, what do you think about it? Like, do you think this is fair? Or, like, you'll know right away.
Yeah.
At, like, dude, like, if he's trading J.K. Dobbins for, like, DeMarcado, like, maybe there's money being given on the side. But, but it is very hard, especially in fantasy leagues, to control colluding. That's why in my league, I just make sure everyone signs a pamphlet with rules that says, hey, look, there's no renting of players. There's no collusion. If anything happens, first strike is I lock you out. Second strike, you're banned.
Jail.
Dud. I don't mess around.
Fourth is the death penalty.
No, but I have a very long waiting list. So, like, there's people waiting to get into these leagues.
Oh, give me a break. This guy thinks he's running the Copacabana. He's paying all the time. Yeah, the Copacabana.
Oh, man.
That's famous fantasy league.
What else you got for me?
I mean, look, this is the big birthday weekend, the rivalry week, wise guy versus wise guy. we play every week.
You know everyone's gonna be watching.
And in the semifinal, everyone is. And then in the semifinals, we always play. Last 2 years, I don't want to talk about it. But look,
I think it worked out pretty well.
Team's looking all right this year so far. No major injuries so far. I mean, I got a couple. Puka's banged up, Harold Fadden, but hopefully I can, go to the top. But listen, it's so early. It's week 10, so keep watching, keep following.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything you want to say for your birthday? Speech.
No, I actually, yeah, I love, there's nothing being more excited than to come into work and, do this with you, because I really, hey, how you doing?
Hello.
I really feel like it's something that I enjoy and I love, and it never feels like work. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to come and
Love it.
film with you, and film with Len and everybody, because this is a great time. And for me, I feel like it brings the passion out about football, which I love.
I can't wait till we can get some writers and a set.
Oh yeah, we need a whole
thing, man. If we have sound.
We're getting there. This is our first year, inaugural year. But
No, we're making some noise.
you got to start somewhere, like they said. So
I will say we've gotten so many bold predictions, just reviews from the beginning of the season, rankings. We were on point with so many things. So keep watching, stay tuned.
remember yesterday you said, "Oh, you want to film on your birthday?" I was totally down.
He was ready.
When you love something, it's never work.
Well, that'll do it, man. Look, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us again, Fantasy Wise Guys, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Tell your mother, your father, everybody about us.
Mike Meals.
Joey Puma, master your game. What do you think? That was good.